What's up, guys?
No. You don't do none of that.
I don't do none of that.
You don't do none of that.
New tech.
Yeah. What's going on? What's going on, YouTube community? I'm glad to see you back. As you can see, my man's Money Moss back in the video.
What's up, guys?
I got him back on the channel. All right. So, what are you doing, bro? On or off? On or off? Come on. On or off? Anyways, so I got a couple little points that I'm gonna talk about today. I told you guys that I was gonna put up another video this weekend. Of course, today is what is today? Saturday. Today is Saturday.
Yeah.
It's hot as hell in my room. I don't know why it's so hot in here. So I do got my little mug in here.
Yo, you too.
It's not water. No, it is water. I'm sorry. It's not coffee. My bad. Anyway, so I had a couple people ask a couple questions, and they wanted me to do a little video about this and that and the other. Well, as I told you in my last video, I wrote like some questions down that were asked in my previous video or a couple other videos, and that's what we're gonna be talking about. So we'll just jump right on into it. That was a dive, bro. That was not a joke. That was a dive.
Yeah.
Y'all miss Moss? Do y'all miss Moss? Y'all comment in the comments below. Let me know if y'all miss Moss. If not, let me know. Just say, hey, y'all want to see me in the videos all by myself, or if you like Moss.
Hey, check this out. You ain't gotta listen to all that. Just check it out.
Y'all didn't miss Moss because y'all ain't say nothing. Y'all ain't say nothing about where's Moss, where's Money Moss, where's this guy at? You know. Oh, by the way, I did put my IG in the description in the last video. It'll be in the description in this video as well. So y'all can go ahead and follow me on that too. Same with this man's stuff too.
Yeah.
You can follow him on his IG. I'll put his Snap, IG, whatever the hell he wants in there. Maybe his email. Y'all can send him a little email too. He don't be on me email stuff. Anyways, like I said before, enough procrastinating. We're gonna get right into it. So one of my mans talked about the MOS. Okay, he had trouble. I guess he is having trouble right now picking his MOS, right? And he either wants to be a MP or he's tied between two. One was MP and one is something else. Did you read that comment?
Yeah, I did remember.
Yeah, I forget his name and I forget exactly the other MOS, but he's stuck between two and he kind of wants like advice on which one he should lean towards. How did you pick your MOS, and how can we like help them decide on which MOS is best for them? What is your opinion? He's gonna give his opinion and I'll give my opinion. What do you think?
This goes out to all of y'all. So
Of course it goes out to all of you.
Yeah.
Who else would it go out to?
To that one dude. But
okay.
check this
Yeah,
out.
True.
Before I actually made my decision on becoming a 15 whiskey, I thought about going as a paralegal specialist, but then I really thought about it and it just wasn't something that I really wanted to do. I know it involves a lot of paperwork and whatnot, and that's not what I really wanted to be involved with. So hearing that the MOS that I chose, it was like different. I really didn't hear about it. It was like, it's not that many people that really have that MOS that I know of.
The 15 whiskey?
Yeah. So once I heard about it, I was like, oh, sounds pretty cool, you know?
Right. It's something new. It's technology. It's a new platform. It's a new industry. So it's up and coming, is what you're saying, right?
Yeah. So it's evolving as it grows.
Yeah.
It grows.
That makes sense.
So
that's how you picked yours. I kind of picked mine the same way. Of course, we are both 15 whiskeys here, which is aviation. I was tied between a couple too, my man, and but what it really comes down to is like what strikes you and what really like interests you the most. So if you already have like experience in security, as you mentioned before, or like you're really into law enforcement, I can see that being a good move for you. Whereas if it's just something you want to jump into and you're not sure about, you have no idea what law enforcement involves, I would go ahead and do some research on that particular MOS, as well as other MOSs too. Like, don't just decide on one certain MOS. There's going to be tons of MOSs that you're going to qualify for. So I suggest keep your options open. Don't put all your eggs in the same basket. You know what I'm saying? Right? Like, go ahead and be open-minded about it. You could land really cool jobs or MOSs in this career. You know what I'm saying? So don't just decide on two MOSs. You know what I'm saying? This is for everyone. Go ahead and like look through all the ones that you qualify for and search all of them. You know what I'm saying? One might pop up and you'll be like, what is this? You'll find that more interesting than your number one. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
And that's the one you qualify for. So don't just get stuck on two. Go ahead and do your research on the ones that you're really interested in, or all of them, and make that comparison if that's your interest.
Don't let that signing bonus get you in either.
For real.
So
That's real talk.
If it's really what you want to do it.
That's real talk.
Think about your future,
Yeah.
and not just the time being, because a lot of people with MOSs, they aren't able to get a lot of jobs or anything in the civilian world because of what they chose. So
Right.
think about that.
That's a good point. Like one he touched on the signing bonus. My recruiter, he let me know that there's this one job open and it had a signing bonus involved with it. And he thought I was going to jump at the signing bonus. And I was like, like I really am not interested in that job regardless of the signing bonus and regardless of the amount. That's just something I was not interested in. And granted, you're going to be doing this job for at least 4 years, 2, 3, 4 years. I'm doing mine for 6. And I have, no signing bonus. Of course, some of them do come with signing bonuses. Don't sign a contract solely on the signing bonus. Really, it depends on what is in your heart and like what interests you the most. That's a good point right there you made. I like that. As well as what can transition into the civilian world.
Right.
Of course, you want to find an MOS that will transition easily into the civilian world for after you get out or when you retire or when you decide that this is no longer what you want to do. You'll be able to jump right into a career as you were doing in the Army.
Right.
So that also, take that into consideration when you're picking your MOS too, okay? So anything else you want to touch on that? Does that about cover it?
Yeah,
MOSs?
that covers it.
So I hope that answers your question there. We're going to jump into question number 2, which is saving money at basic training or when to buy a car.
Oh.
Like in AIT, like how to save money basically, and when should you buy your car if that's what you're into or you want to buy a car.
Well, check this out. First of all, at basic training, you're not really spending money, to be honest. You don't really get any time of your own.
Mm-hmm.
The only time you really spend money is buying haircuts or hairdos or any like hygiene supplies.
Yeah.
Other than that, there's no time to really spend anything.
And it's really it's really not out of your paycheck. They take, what was it, like
$300, something like that.
$300, and they put it on a little credit card for you, and they say, here, this is your card. You can go to the little shop and get cleaning supplies or hygiene products or socks or extra PTs or what have you, okay? And this $350 is all you have, unless you once you start drawing money out of your out of the ATM towards the end of basic training, then that's when you can put some aside or spend extra or whatever, But for the most part, everyone just had this little card, and it was preloaded, and that's what we used all throughout basic training. Otherwise, everything was just saved up. I think really what she was asking is like, how much did we save during that time period? And it really just depends on what rank you come in as, so go ahead and do the math basically. Like if you're a private, go ahead and see how much a private makes and just kind of multiply that times like how long you're there for and how many times you're going to
subtracting the GI Bill and your insurance and all that stuff.
Yeah,
so
they're still going to take all that out.
You got to make sure you're actually doing the correct.
You can get a good estimate of how much you should come out with. Like after basic training, if you're private, you should come out with
a couple stacks.
Yeah, at least $3,000, at least $3,500, $3,500, $4,000 maybe. You should come out with.
Don't blow your money.
Yeah, I took out. Well, I shouldn't say that. I took out some money, of course, and I helped my family out, and so I didn't have exactly as much as was quoted, but well, maybe I did. I did. I came in as PP2, but it doesn't really matter. But it just depends on what rank you come in as, and if you decide to take any money out and give to your family or send off to your family.
Yeah, if you got bills, you already know.
Yeah, if you have bills,
So,
it's definitely gonna come out.
Priorities first, regardless of what it is. You already know what you got to do.
Yeah.
Take that money out. First of all, before you get the basic training, you want to go ahead and get a direct deposit slip. Make
They
sure.
have to have that anyway. So
Some people don't. Some people didn't.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, some people didn't. But I would recommend
set
it.
that up for them.
Well, if you do, make sure you get your checkbook so you're able to send money.
If you want to send money to your family.
You don't want nobody going through your account doing this and that. Because I was able to send checks.
That was a good idea, bro. I wish I would have done that. To be honest, I wish I would have had like a little checkbook for myself to send checks to family instead of sending cash. He was able to send like actual checks and stuff, and they were actually able to, cash these checks and stuff. So if that's what you're into, go ahead and get a checkbook. That was a smart thing to do. I'd advise that. So part 2 of her question was when to buy a car. This is a hard one because we're actually still in the AIT and we don't know exactly when to buy a car.
Check this out. My third check this out. But
check this out.
When I get to my first duty station within the next month or 2, I'm gonna buy a car before I get to my first duty station. So when I go on leave, I should come back with my vehicle. So we riding out.
Yeah, we already going out. You know what time it is. We out.
Yeah, I'm going to Fort Drum.
You don't need to tell me where you're going, bro. They don't need all that.
Yeah,
that's
you'll figure that out. You'll see that.
But
where the location where I'm going, everything is living wages are pretty high. So I was recommending not to buy anything in that area. So once I go home, I'm going to buy a vehicle.
You're going to buy a vehicle when you go home and then drive it to your duty station?
I'm going to drive it here and then drive to my duty station. That's a long-ass fucking ride. That's a long ride, yo.
Yeah, it is, bro. You going to drive it back here and then to New York? You might as well just wait.
Yeah.
You might as well wait. I wouldn't drive it here and then there.
I'll just go and leave before I get to my duty station and go from home.
Yeah.
So... yeah, y'all. So, to be honest, I'm not really entirely too sure to get one. Everyone's recommending getting one when you get to your first duty station, but depending on where you live at and how the living wages are, you want to think smart and think it out before you actually buy it, as far as getting an actual vehicle for yourself.
So hopefully my opinion will help him in his decision on making a purchase, because 1, I already have a vehicle, 2, it's already paid off, and 3, I'm not looking to purchase another vehicle. So with that being said, if I had no vehicle at all, what would I do? 1, I would buy a used vehicle. A used vehicle to where I would have minimal payments and my whole paycheck would not go to my vehicle. Seriously, that's the most important thing. If you're going to buy a vehicle, do not buy a brand new vehicle.
Don't
Seriously,
do it.
because it's going to be your whole paycheck every month. It's going to be your whole paycheck. It's not going to be worth it. Buy a used vehicle. I mean, if you can get payments within like a couple $100s a month, that's cool. But don't go out there spending like $300, $400, $500 every month on a brand new vehicle. Like that's just not wise. You know what I'm saying? Like save that money, buy a used vehicle until you can actually afford a nicer vehicle if that's what you choose. But that's what I would do.
Be smart.
Yeah, I would. If I were you, Moss, I would buy a nice used vehicle to where you could pay it off within the first 3 years of your enlistment. If you cannot pay it off within the first 3 years of your enlistment, I'd look for a different vehicle, to be honest. That's just what I would do. It took me 6 years to pay off my vehicle, okay? And I'm glad I did it because it was a learning lesson for me. But would I do it again? No, absolutely not. I would, if I cannot afford to pay it off within the first 3 years, it's not meant to be. And that's my personal opinion. Some people are different. But if you want to save money and you want to see like zeros in your bank account or commas in your bank account, purchasing a new vehicle is not the way to go with $500 payments.
No,
just my opinion. But hey, you can do what you want to do. It's your money. You deserve it. You earn it. But that's just my opinion. You asked the question, so I'm telling you.
Be smart. Priorities first.
Mm-hmm.
Don't be dumb.
Don't be dumb. What is the saying? Afford what your rank can handle. Meaning, like, why are you gonna go out and buy a Challenger as an E2? When you know damn well you ain't making all that much money. You know what I'm saying? And your payments way up here, and your income way down here. Don't really add up. Come on, guys. That's insanity. Don't do that. Don't be foolish. Go ahead and invest that money, okay? As we getting on too.
Yeah,
investing that money.
Save.
Save and invest. Save and invest. That's all they're really teaching us right now. Is save and invest. That financially wise. So I hope that answers your question, ma'am. If not, you can go ahead and drop a comment and say, hey, dude, that was not helpful at all. I need this explained better, whatever, you know. Follow me on Instagram or follow him on Instagram. Do what you got to do. You already know the drill, right? Yeah. Anyways, we're going to jump right into this next question. And the final question is, do you mostly do PT and basic training? Do you mostly do PT and basic training? What would you say? There's two ways to answer this. Your way and then my way. Go ahead. I'll let him answer first.
Well, I'm going to just be straight up with you, yeah.
Okay, I was going to say that too. Yeah, you mostly do PT and BCT. Yeah, you do. Because
it's strictly to get you prepared for the next step, man.
Yeah, you're always doing PT, bro. All day. You're always doing PT. Like, it's not organized PT, but you're always doing some form of PT. Like, they're always dropping you. They're always making you the V up. You know, it's always PT, 24/7.
No, it's not like what you think. Like, oh, PT, you wake up in the morning, you do that. Of course you do that. You do that all throughout your career of Army.
Yeah.
Now, as far as physical training throughout the day, yes, you do.
Yeah, like if you mess up, you know, if the platoon messes up as in a group, they'll drop you right then and there. That's a form of PT.
Corrective training.
Yep. I think of what he was saying is like, do you mostly focus on PT? No, you do. You do not mostly focus on PT. You mostly focus on like becoming a soldier and different training exercises. Yeah. You know what I'm saying? To become a soldier. But throughout that day period, yeah, you're gonna get dropped. You're gonna do exercises throughout the day after PT. There's a formation for PT in the morning, and that's like more organized. Otherwise, when you mess up in the platoon or when they just want to drop you for talking out loud or being disrespectful, they'll drop you as a platoon. And yeah, you will be doing PT throughout all of basic training. So that's pretty much how that goes.
You got your mandatory PT and your disciplinary PT.
Right. Yeah. And everybody's in there. They're gonna do that all throughout basic training until you graduate. They dropped us when we were graduating, bro. In Blue Phase, they dropped us in Blue Phase, bro. I was like, we just graduated. We in our ASUs and they dropping us, bro.
We came back. I don't know what happened. I was on the phone. I hit half right. I looked to my right.
Oh, I'm walking up, bro.
You was in there?
Yeah, I was walking up. No. I was just walking up and he was like, half right, fade. I was like, oh, damn, I better get in this too. So I hopped right into it.
Oh, you got in there?
Yeah, I had to, but I was about to stand around.
I got away from that.
I was about to stand around. Yeah. So we was in our ASUs and we was pushing in our ASUs. It was pretty funny. I don't know why he did it. I don't know what, because I just walked up in on it. I walked right into it, to be honest. But yeah, so I hope that gives you a kind of idea of what to expect, because I certainly didn't know at that time either. And that's a good question to ask too. Like, do you mostly focus on PT? I would have to say, yeah, you mostly do focus on PT throughout the day, but you also have like your training exercises too. So, guys, that's all I have for right now. Like I say, if you have more questions or more comments or concerns, feel free to go ahead and leave them down in the comments below. You know what I'm saying? Or hit me on my IG, my Snap, or this man, I don't know what he's doing, his IG or his Snap. If you take him serious, you don't take him as a joke. I don't take him as a joke. This man's a squared away soldier. Anyways, that's all I have for you guys. I appreciate y'all viewing this video. Go ahead, if you haven't subscribed, go ahead and do that now. Do what you gotta do. You know the drill. This is Langley's Life. I'm out.
It's Money Moss to y'all.
Peace.